it's a casual geographic video. This is animals that not even AI could come up with. Let's get it.
Oh my god, what is that?
What?
Oh my
That's real?
god. What is?
Oh, that is real. I didn't know for a minute. I didn't know what the that was.
Yeah.
I run like, oh god, oh god. Oh my god.
This is what happens when you try to make a sequel without paying respect to the source material. Nature clearly tried to recreate the biological box office hit that was a giraffe, but on a budget. The result is an animal that 100% spawned a cryptid myth or 6. If the tall one's a giraffe, then this is a rough giraffe. We don't talk about Gerenuks enough, and we really should, because explaining this animal to the wrong people in the wrong times would have been cause to have you lobotomized. And you know they're not AI, because Gerenuks can go their entire lives without drinking water. Well, technically anybody can, but getting moisture from leaves and shoots means Gerenuks can live a full life without ever sipping water. Allen Iverson could never. You know what huskies look like after getting shaved? Well, Gerenuks look like an alpaca with alopecia, while also looking like a kangaroo doing a handstand. Go ahead, pause the video and squint, you'll see it eventually. But the Gerenuk is a gazelle, with its closest relative likely being the one you think of when you hear the word gazelle. Gerenuks are built different, literally structured abnormally. If you didn't know any better, you'd assume you saw something that rhymes with wind soccer. And the pose makes me think they inspired the freak deer that folded Finn from Adventure Time. But
nah, real shit. That's exactly what that reminded me of. It creeps me the fuck out.
Soccer. And the pose makes me think
look, like,
they inspired the freak deer that folded Finn from
that's it. That's gotta be it.
Adventure Time. But of course, the most uncanny feature is that pinhead. Nature had to give them buns of steel and iron quads just to act as a counterbalance. Why they didn't just give them a normal head? Well, that is beyond our comprehension. It is nice to know an animal built like a Wendigo still has decorum. I defy you to tell me this isn't a male Gerenuk holding down a branch.
Look at him. That's so adorable, actually. Nigga holding it down. Yeah, eat this, little mama.
This girl. Ain't nothing artificial about this intelligence. Some stuff is just universal. There's really nothing like a Gerenuk, but there's a distant relative of theirs that's arguably more mythical. The saiga looks like Narnia in the face, and that's saying something because I never watched Narnia, but it feels right. The saiga is an
Wrap it up. I don't know what this is. Hide it from the kids. You love these? These look crazy. It's so ugly, I feel bad for it. Oh my god.
Yo, editor, can we, better.
The
saiga is an unusual and underrated antelope that used to populate the steppe in millions. That's actually why they have the NSFW nose. You see, that double barrel nostril situation was an adaptation to filter out dust kicked up by the massive herd. The same nose also cools the blood in the summer and warms up air in the winter before it gets to the lungs. It's a multi-purpose proboscis that makes them antelope alpha, while also serving as a built-in mask. Yet that mask couldn't save the saiga from its own pandemic, because in 2015 there was a mass outbreak of a bacteria that caused blood poisoning in the infected and killed 200,000 and erased 2/3 of the global population.
Damn.
But the Star Wars Extra has made a comeback, with their numbers rebounding from less than 40,000 in 2005 to today over 4 million, with Kazakhstan ecologists estimating that they'll hit over 5 million by 2030. Thank the powers that play for that, because just imagine showing somebody this picture of an extinct animal and being like, yeah,
I'd be like, you lying. You lying to me. Like, simply, you're lying. That does not exist. Because how can you prove that its nose was hanging if it's just bone and it don't exist no more? But this is something real. Yo, like we said, bruh, Earth just be making anything, bruh.
This was taken all the way back in 2015. So if you needed to hear good news, you'll be happy to know the saiga is looking like it's here to stay. You might be less happy about this though.
What the fuck
I've seen
is
some
that?
adorable looking grasshoppers in my day. A smiling Bugs Life.
Chat, I kid you not. I got out the car yesterday night after dropping Aaron home because we went to go see Supergirl. I get out the car. I have the biggest fucking cricket on my car I've ever seen in my life. I was like, oh shit, like, bro, I did everything to avoid that nigga.
Paralysis demon is not one of them. To be fair, it's not a grasshopper, it's a katydid. Same insect order, different insects, and I hear they get real offended when you confuse them. This katydid belongs to the Corpiflora genus. A genus that looks like a sick joke with members
Is that its teeth for real?
perpetually mocking you for it. There's not a single situation where a bug needs to look like this. And maybe it's partly my fault, because I can't look at this and not see two brick yellow teeth giving me the world's most devious smile. He's built like a Courage the Cowardly Dog plot device, freaky Fred looking. That smile should get you put on the list.
Real shit.
And the thing is, they're not just an assault on your sight.
Oh
Giant katydids have the distinction
God,
of being one of the loudest insects on Earth.
Nigga, is that a double barrel fucking shotgun, nigga? Is that a motherfucking Mac 10? I feel like I can equip this motherfucker. What the fuck was that?
One of the loudest insects on Earth.
Nah, that's a Mac 10, bro. Adding that to the loadout right now.
You know, I don't know everything, so I wasn't sure if that audio was edited or not. But after listening to other clips, I've come to the conclusion that, yes, this bug can, in fact, send a war veteran back to Vietnam with a touch of its wings. That wing rubbing is called stridulation, and it's not just an alarm clock for PTSD. Some katydids sound exactly like chirping birds. And just like birds, the call is mostly for attracting mates, and some male katydids will form boy band groups to sing together to help each other keep the rhythm, which is apparently a major turn on. And if you think the bugs show respect to the original IP, 1, katydids came first, so the birds sing like them, and 2, some katydids eat birds, so...
What?
Yeah, katydids let their nuts hang. Literally, because, fun fact, cover your ears kids, but the largest testicles on the planet belong to these bush crickets.
No way.
You don't have to believe me, you can Google it, and then you can explain your search history. Just know, there's not a...
God damn, them niggas got some nuts. Jesus. Them niggas got fucking cojones. They let them motherfuckers hang. Shit me. That shit, how your nuts almost the size as you? Hey, bro, you got it, bro. I don't want to fight nothing with balls the same size as it. Fuck that.
Single prompt you could give a computer that would lead to this. And that's the thing with AI. Nature's weird enough without people making stuff up. And this is the most AI-looking animal I've ever seen. Goats in general don't seem to be real. Like, they're constantly testing what they can get away with in the maze.
This shit don't make no sense to me at all. Like, you can't, like, I really don't even want to believe this shit is real until I see a goat do it myself. But then I did. One day, I deadass saw a goat do it. I didn't believe it was real until I saw a goat do it. I was in Colorado. We were in, like, the fucking mountains where I'm looking up and I'm like, oh, that's people up there in the mountains. They're hiking. Oh, they're rock climbing. Okay, cool. What's that? Huh? And then I get closer and I'm like, I had to chat. I couldn't tell what it was. So I had to pull out one of these. I had to pull my phone out and zoom in with my camera so I know what I'm looking at. It's a motherfucking goat. I was like, so they really do that shit. I don't know how they pull this off especially without falling.
And the markhor is no different. The markhor genuinely looks mythical, with a reputation that actually precedes them. Their name translates to snake eater because of their habit of curb-stopping serpents and, predictably, eating them. At least according to folklore, and locals would collect the chewed cud of these goats, believing they could use it as snake anti-venom. Also, the national animal of Pakistan is a lot bigger than you think, with males often getting to over 200 pounds, which is pretty big for an animal you've probably never seen before. And if you have, and this Gandalf goat looks familiar, they were actually Thor's emotional support in Love and Thunder. The markhor is a beautifully majestic specimen. Which is funny because if we were ducks, I'd literally have to censor that. Male markhors use those iconic horns to battle cliffside for females. That and they were created a day nature's ice cream machine came in. Whether it's them allegedly landscaping the snake population, their cinematic fights to the death, or just—
That shit is cinematic. Oh my God, that's a motherfucking shot. Hold on.
Whether it's them allegedly—
That's a motherfucking shot.
Landscaping the snake population, their cinematic—
Oh my God. Nah, that's fucking— That's a hard shot. The sun in the background, just like this part is shady, that part of their body is sunny.
Fights to the death.
Like,
or just
like no.
Whether it's
like,
them
we
allegedly
can't just
landscaping
skim
the snake
past
population, their cinematic fights to the death,
like,
or just
what? That's a fucking— oh my God. You wouldn't be able to tell me nothing else. Real shit.
Or parkour. You gotta admit, this goat has more ore than anything an algorithm could come up with. Now this goat. Holy—
I still hate that thing. Stop.
Now, I think every—
You bro, we talked about that animal way too much. I hate that thing. I ain't gonna lie.
animal's beautiful in its own way, but that starts to change
Oh
once
my.
people start playing God. And boy, did we play God with this
Oh my
goat. We
God.
ruined them just like we did the powder pigeon.
Yep.
We fully pugged a goat, and weirdly enough, Damascus goats look almost normal as kids, only to get Pearl Harbored by puberty. They say for every ugly mug, there's at least one who'll defend it. So I'm still waiting for someone to defend the animal, literally built as
no.
Cusco's karma. This is the one time
Oh
I
my-
wish it were AI, because they look like their existence
Yeah, we need to stop touching shit. I ain't gonna lie. Real shit. Us humans, we need to stop touching shit, cause there should be no it's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. Real shit. Sorry.
is constant pain. That is not the skull of an animal that should have been afforded life. That, and this is now the third case of unnecessary censorship. Looking like Rocky Dennis's persona is even funnier when you realize a Damascus won a beauty pageant for goats, with Gar being named most beautiful goat in 2008.
That was a pity vote. That was a pity vote, but I can't prove it. But like, that was a pity vote. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that because I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I know we got some real, you know what I'm saying? There's some hitter goats out there. Like, let's stop this, okay?
Yes, those are the pictures PR went with. And I'm sure the goats are nice people and they didn't ask for this, but that's what human hubris does. It turns goats into Dark Crystal characters. That's a lot of effort just to get one-upped by nature. Like this. Not only is this real, but this cat
That's real?
and that shark have something in common. I see you all have questions, and I'm gonna get to them, starting with the biggest
How?
one. Why do you know the things that you know? You should have been asking yourself that after I brought up bush cricket cojones. People ask me how I know so much about animals and even why I'm so into them in the first place, and I don't know, but the answer is likely undiagnosed and very undermedicated. It's really nothing for me to
Not real. Real. I respect that. But we got circle back to the Cyclops. What the fuck is that? We listen. I'm going to say something. And you have to hear me out. I think all YouTubers, in some form or some sense, are just not wrapped too tight. Like right now, yeah, there's 130 people in here, right? But all in all, I'm sitting here talking to nobody. Like y'all are not in here. I'm looking at a camera and I'm talking to a camera. Y'all are here, but y'all not really here. You feel me? Think about it. Like I'm sitting in my room talking to a camera. But at least I'm getting a live feedback. Some YouTubers record with the hopes that somebody's gonna watch this. So they're really not talking to nobody right now. They're recording a video currently with no feedback. You have to be some sort of like not wrapped too tight in order to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like that.
Spend hours, even days going down the rabbit hole of my fixation of the week. It's when it's time to sit down and make the video and retrace the rabbit hole, because this was one hell of a rabbit hole to go down. You are looking at a rare albino Cyclops found inside the stomach of a pregnant dusky shark. He looks like a petrified Agent Plecky from Lilo and Stitch. Actually, no, he looks like one of those disgustingly hyper-realistic frames from SpongeBob. You know exactly what I'm talking
Oh
about.
God! Oh stop! I hated those. I ain't gonna lie. I hated those, bro. That scene from when fucking Mr. Krabs was supposed to be like Plankton trying to get the Krabby Patty formula, and that fucking undershot of that nigga's fucking, there was nothing there, but it was implied, bro. That bro, oh my God, he's naked. Real shit. That shit was crazy.
This deformed fetus is a result of one of the freakiest defects in nature. Damn it. Holoprosencephaly is a rare condition where the brain of a developing embryo fails to separate into two distinct halves, instead forming one mass. Obviously, this causes a laundry list of problems, and psychoplia means one eye gets stuck right in the middle. It's the same condition afflicting this kitten. Unfortunately, this condition has been described as being incompatible with life, which is a really dramatic way of saying you're basically born in past tense. But the weirdest part is HPE is caused by a mutation in the Sonic the Hedgehog gene. Don't laugh, I'm serious. In the early stages, it's this gene and the Sonic the Hedgehog protein that separates the eye field into two separate eyes. And maybe that's why the speed freak has one eye with two pupils. Oh god, I'm sorry, take it back. Oh, also humans can get holoprosencephaly too. I'm just not putting those pictures anywhere near this video. But yeah, the shark's real, but incredibly rare. That's not its base form. Not like this though. This is platypus levels of nonsense. The star-nosed mole is proof that people will let nature get away with anything so long as it's small enough, and so long as it spends most of its natural life underground. The mole looks like it sneezed while constipated and prolapsed from the other end, and those 22 facial flesh fingers or tendrils are freakishly sensitive. Where your hand has 17,000 touch receptors, starfish face has 100,000 on its nose, making it the most sensitive touch organ in the animal kingdom. It's so sensitive, Cthulhu's pet can decide whether or not something's food in 8 milliseconds, and actually eat it in as little as 120. Meaning it's a Lovecraftian mole that eats faster than any other animal on.
Sorry. It don't, but it looked like a deformed puh. Like
Earth, while essentially
cause I'm gay. So you know what I'm saying? But that looked like just a bad puh, you know what I'm saying? Girl, that's a booty hole. Bro, it looked like a bad puh, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Out on
it looked like one of them ones you're not supposed to touch.
Reaction time. And since most moles eat their weight in food a day, star noses are in a constant state of binging. This mole would genuinely end all life on Earth, if only it weren't 1/8 of a pound. Not only because they would eat entire ecosystems into collapse, because there'd be no way of escaping them. Not only are they speed-eating earthbenders with the internal discernment of a vacuum, they can swim and breathe underwater. Okay, not really, but they can smell underwater, and they do it by blowing air bubbles to trap molecules that mix with the air inside before inhaling the bubble and, by extension, the trapped molecules. This means a diving mole can sniff out prey while underwater, and even aim air bubbles at a specific target. And did I mention they do this blind? But somehow there's more, because this creature can smell in stereo. The same way you would compare differences in sound between the left and right ear to pinpoint the source.
It can smell left and right? That's actually insane.
Moles can do with their nostrils. Star moles are just a bunch of randomly broken skills and powers packed into a flesh flower faced fur termite. If you can't say that 5 times fast, you better like this video. But you've definitely heard of star-nosed moles before. As a palate cleanser, there you go. The cutest animal you've never seen. Because if I saw it, I wouldn't just think it was AI. I think it was bad Photoshop. How else does one explain a panda leopard meerkat ferret?
Adorable.
Well, the last part's a hint. The marbled polecat is a mustelid, not unlike honey badgers, otters, and wolverines, albeit a little smaller. They're not even the only type of polecat, but they are the one that looks the most like animated taxidermy.
Is that not a skunk?
They're the only ones that dress like a mother of 4 in divorce court. Marbled polecats stand out, and that might be the point. It's believed a defensive polecat will aggressively flash their colors as a warning. Not that they're venomous, but their attitude is. That and polecats will take a page out of their skunk cousin's playbook and crop dust a threat with foul-smelling anal secretions that reek of the dead. Also, polecats might be more of a stereotype than honey badgers, as they're hyper-aggressive and regularly attack animals many times their size. This is the same calico ferret that made Ukrainian soldiers evacuate from a bunker.
Як його витягнути, блях? Він ж кусається, що ли? Так понятно, що він зараз працює. Ох, блядь, диви, він хоче напасти.
Oh, hell no.
You know how insane you have to be to bite?
He bit the wall and started... Bro, that's not even the person. Yo, you're crazy. Oh, hell, nigga bit the wall. Look at this. The fuck? Hey, man.
How insane you have to be to bite the ground out of frustration? Someone tells Zigzagoo and it ain't that serious? Well, considering the loaded skunk shot, it actually might be. And on the topic of smell, last but not least...
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. What is this?
Not AI, but either that is a cartoonishly tiny truck, or binturongs are a lot bigger than I thought they were. This mammal casserole is also called a bear cat, but in truth, they're not either. They're in suborder Feliformia, meaning they belong to the cat half of order Carnivora. And in Feliformia, binturongs are in the section that is the least talked about. In fact, I could make a part 2 based off vivarids. Not a vivid ferret, you got your turn. Vivarids also include civids, like the one whose poop goes in coffee, and genids, which are cats nature drew left-handed. And it's the binturong that is the biggest vivarid, and with some females weighing nearly 80 pounds, they are in fact way bigger than I thought they were. I was not expecting a sloth bear from the back.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
So not a bear or a cat, but this black sentient bath mat can climb, and they have a prehensile tail to help them do it, which is why you'll probably smell them before you see them. It's true, a binturong bathroom break smells identical to hot buttered popcorn. A smell they use as a warning to rivals, but also as an invitation to the amorous. So if you're in the jungle and randomly smell a movie theater, you might be in the presence of a bear cat. Or death. Since yeah, tiger urine also gives fresh butter. In fact, that's probably why the binsies evolved to smell like that. Wait, that's not...
That's kind of tough.
Wait, no, can someone fact check me on that? I just made that up, but it sounds real. Is that the reason why? Despite being built like a Mandela effect and half the population swearing they didn't exist a couple years ago,
they don't look like they would exist.
Primitive group of feliforms, meaning they're closer to being beta cats, despite them looking like nature hasn't unlocked them yet. I can make that joke. I've earned it. Just a chuckling, tree climbing Frito warrior. They also smell like Fritos. Raccoon, monkey, lemur, bear,
well, look at how they look. I wouldn't put it past them to smell like a little bit of Fritos.
That can procrastinate and postpone pregnancy until the outsides are favorable. Also, the babies are called binlets, and I like that. And that's gonna do it for this video. I definitely left some animals off, so if this gets, I'm greedy, 220k likes, I'll do a part 2, but until then, drink water, hug your mother. Remember, reality will always mock fiction, and I'ma see y'all
in the next
one.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Yeah, they look like they would smell like Fritos. Real shit, real shit, real shit. Alright, man, that has been the end of Casual Geographic. If you like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.